Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of you. As you all know, our entire way of life is affected by the scare of infection. So, at the outset, I hope you all are doing well. However, looking at the other side of the coin, children are staying at home and have plenty of time in their hands. As parents, now it is our responsibility to channelize their energy in the right direction and spend quality time with them. This is the best way to counter the pandemic. With the same aim in mind, today HMS family has come together for a webinar on emotional and psychological understanding. For the same, I would like to introduce today's presenter, Mrs. Anita Mishra, psychotherapist and counselor. She is trained in various healing modalities, cognitive behavioral therapy, emotional freedom techniques, neuro linguistic programming, past life regression therapy, to name a few. And she is certified career counselor and an energy healer. On behalf of HMS family, I welcome you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much. First of all, I extend my warm gratitude to the entire HMS family. And this is my proud privilege and honor to be here in this platform and talking to you all, interacting with you all on this very, very important and pivotal point of our lives, taking care of our children's psychological and mental health. And today's topic, parents, is how do we help our children to shine? Yes. So, shining, we all would love to shine. है ना, सब हम लोग चमकना चाहते हैं जिंदगी में. और इस चमक की डेफिनेशन हर किसी की अलग अलग होगी. So we are here in this virtual platform, and this is a new way of learning for all of us because in this pandemic, in this lockdown, this COVID-19 is here to teach us many lessons of patience, going deep into our psyche, and yes, connecting on virtual platform, going high tech on digital platforms is the new learning. And I must confess here that this is also a new phenomena for me because usually we are interacting live and we can connect with the energies of people. We can really understand how people are responding to what you are offering them. So parents and teachers and whoever is there in this platform, I would request humbly to all of you that if we really want to take and extract maximum out of this 1 hour, please be participative. Let's make it very interactive session, and let's be very engaged in this conversation. So how many of you are ready to learn and dig deeper into our psyches and our consciousness so that we can be the best parent and the role model for our children? Please comment below, show your emojis and thumbs up and whatever the way you want me to understand how are you expecting and what are you expecting out of this session. Well, friends, and as ma'am introduced me that I am a counselor and a therapist, but apart from that, I'm a parent too. So we all want to know exactly that how can we be the best role models for our children, because we know that parenting is the most sweetest yet most challenging and difficult role we all are endowed with. Yes, would you agree with me? So just show me how many of you really find it really challenging and really learning every single day. Your child is teaching you and you're learning something from your child, or you are teaching your child and learning something from each other. So let me know through your comments so that I know that you are engaged and we are participating in this conversation. Wonderful. So let's begin. पेरेंटिंग, परवरिश, सबसे खूबसूरत और सबसे चैलेंजिंग काम। और आप में से कितने लोग ऐसे मानते हैं दोस्तों कि एक पेरेंट हर दिन इवॉल्व होता है और हर दिन ग्रो होता है? So the first slide says that we, in the role of parent, are the major instruments of change for their lives. तो जब हम कहते हैं कि हम अपने बच्चों को हेल्प करना चाह रहे हैं, सबसे पहले हम एज अ पेरेंट अपनी हेल्प करते हैं. Be with me, okay? In this conversation, I'll build this up so that you would understand that what am I trying to imply over this. So, जब भी एक पेरेंट पहली बार पेरेंट बनता है, वो सब चीजों के लिए नया होता है. उसको नहीं पता कि 1 साल का बच्चा कैसे रिएक्ट करने वाला है, 2 साल का बच्चा कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करने वाला है, और जो 5th से लेकर 8th क्लास के बच्चे, आई सपोज आज हमारी ऑडियंस में मैक्सिमम पेरेंट्स इस एज ग्रुप के बच्चों के पेरेंट्स हैं, तो उन बच्चों की क्या नीड्स हैं, क्या डिमांड्स हैं, वो उस पेरेंट को पहले से नहीं पता होती. तो आपके बच्चे अगर 6th क्लास में पढ़ते हैं तो आप भी 6th क्लास के वाले पेरेंट हैं, तो आप भी 6 साल 6th क्लास के पेरेंट हैं. So we all are also growing with our children and learning. So that is the first way to begin with this role. Ki as a parent, how are we shaping the road ahead for our children to shine? So dear friends, let's understand that there is some core need of every human being, and then there is a specific need for each stage of development. So our children would also go through those stages of development and find those challenges, and they would look up to us to be the guiding star, to be the guiding light. And if we are not equipped with the knowledge, with the understanding that what are they exactly looking for, what kind of help are they exactly looking for, we would be unable to provide that assistance to them. So as we all know कि पैंडेमिक चल रहा है, कोविड-19 ने हम सबको घरों के अंदर बंद किया है, और उसमें सबसे ज्यादा चैलेंज ये आ रहा है कि जो काम हम बच्चों को पहले करने के लिए मना करते थे, उसी काम में हम उनको सबसे ज्यादा धकेल रहे हैं, यानी डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स में हम उनको पुश कर रहे हैं डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली. अभी हमारी नीड है कि हमें इनको ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के लिए मोटिवेट करना पड़ता है, बट एट द सेम टाइम ये सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है कि ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है उसमें खाली पढ़ाई नहीं होती, और भी बहुत सारे स्टिमुलस हैं जिनसे वो बच्चा रिस्पॉन्ड करता है. तो अब हम कैसे अपने बच्चे को इतना मोटिवेटेड रखें, इतना हाईली चार्ज ऑन एनर्जी रखें कि वो बच्चा मोटिवेटेड तो रहे, येट वो जो अट्रैक्शंस और वो जो ल्योर्स और वो जो डिस्ट्रैक्शंस सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म और सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू उसको मिल रहे हैं, वो उनसे अपने आप को बचा सके. So tell me parents, how are you facing these problems? What kind of problems are you facing due to change in this understanding of the entire shift in the education paradigm? कि जिस तरह से क्लासेस हो रही हैं, जिस तरह से आपके बच्चों को होमवर्क दिया जा रहा है, जिस तरह से टीचर्स के साथ आप कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं, जिस तरह से ऑनलाइन टेस्ट और ऑनलाइन पोर्टल्स में आपको पार्टिसिपेशन करना पड़ रहा है. So Kamal ji, I would like to have the next slide please. So this is parents, we would love to understand this, that as we are understanding this new technological change, we have to adapt to these outer circumstances. कि कैसे ये बाहर के circumstances बदल रहे हैं, उसके हिसाब से हमें अपनी flexibility रखनी होती है. मैंने सबसे पहले कहा कि एज पेरेंट, एज इंडिविजुअल्स, हम जब अपने आप को समझना शुरू करते हैं कि कैसे हमारी बिलीफ सिस्टम्स, कैसे हमारे इमोशंस वर्क करते हैं जब हम दूसरों के साथ कनेक्ट करते हैं रियल लाइफ में और वर्चुअल लाइफ में एज वेल। तो जब हम अपने आप को समझना शुरू करते हैं, अपने रोल को, तब हम सामने वाले के भी रोल को और उसके बिलीफ्स को और उसके एटीट्यूड्स को भी समझना शुरू करते हैं। तो सबसे क्लोज जो एक बॉन्ड है मदर फादर और बच्चों का जो बॉन्ड होता है, सबसे ज्यादा उसमें इंटरेक्शन होता है। तो अब ये जो नया चैलेंज हमारे पास आया है कि हमको समझना है कि अब सब कुछ काम डिजिटल मीडियम में होगा और हम उनको मना भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, और ये नया चैलेंज है हमारे लिए भी। और सडनली ऑल द टाइम वो मम्मी पापा जो अपने कामों में भी बिजी हुआ करते थे, ऑफिस जाया करते थे और सोशलाइजिंग के लिए जाया करते थे, क्लबिंग किया करते थे या ऑफिस गेट टुगेदर्स में जाते थे, शॉपिंग जाते थे, सडनली उनका सारा फोकस जो है घर हो गया है और सेफ्टी हो गया है और सिक्योरिटी हो गया है। और 24 घंटे न्यूज चैनल्स में एक ही न्यूज है जिसमें कोरोना और फियर और डेथ्स और इनसिक्योरिटी और अनसर्टनिटी बहुत लाइमलाइट में ग्लेयर हो रही है। सो नाउ वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि जब हम एज एडल्ट्स इस पैंडेमिक के फियर से और ये जो नए चैलेंजेस हमारे पास हैं उनसे हम इतने ओवरवेल्म्ड हो रहे हैं, तो हमारे बच्चे जो कि अभी बहुत छोटे हैं, अराउंड 10 साल से लेके 14-15 साल की एज ब्रैकेट में है, जिनका अभी प्री फ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स पूरी तरह से, जो थिंकिंग ब्रेन है वो पूरी तरह से अभी डेवलप भी नहीं हुआ है, तो अगर वो कैसे हमें समझ पाएंगे, कैसे इस नई सिचुएशन को समझ पाएंगे, उनके लिए क्या ये कंफ्यूजन, क्या ये इनसिक्योरिटी नॉर्मल है या एबनॉर्मल है। और अक्सर हम ये समझने में भूल कर जाते हैं कि जब हम एज एडल्ट्स इस नए चैलेंज के साथ, हर दिन बदलती हुई स्थिति के साथ अपने आप को ढाल पाने में मुश्किल महसूस कर रहे हैं, तो कैसे हमारे ये बच्चे बिना किसी गाइडलाइन के इस नए चैलेंज को एक्सेप्ट करेंगे। सो फ्रेंड्स एंड पेरेंट्स, the most important requirement for a person to shine is to adapt and accept the new challenge. और ये जो एक्सेप्टेंस है इस एज ग्रुप के बच्चों को डायरेक्टली अपने पेरेंट्स से मिलेगी। क्यों? क्योंकि हर बच्चा सबसे ज्यादा अपने पेरेंट्स की प्रेजेंस में है और अपने पेरेंट्स के ही बिहेवियर को रोल मॉडल की तरह देख रहा है, इमिटेट कर रहा है, और हमको पता भी नहीं लगता। इसको साइकोलॉजी में हम मिरर न्यूरॉन्स बोलते हैं। न्यूरॉन्स यानी नर्व सेल्स, ब्रेन सेल्स। ये मिरर न्यूरॉन्स इतने कमाल के न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं कि हम कब दूसरे इंसान के हाव भाव, सोच और काम करने के तरीकों को अडेप्ट कर लेते हैं, हम खुद भी नहीं जान पाते। और हमारे बच्चे इसीलिए कहते हैं कि पेरेंट्स की छाया होते हैं बच्चे कुछ हद तक। नेचर वर्सेस नर्चर, यानी एक प्रकृति और एक जो उनको जीन्स में मिला है और एक जो उनकी केयर एनवायरनमेंट से होती है, इन दोनों का बैलेंस होता है हमारी पर्सनालिटी। तो हमारे बच्चों को समझने के लिए हमें सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी जो बात है वो ये है कि क्या हम अच्छे रोल मॉडल हैं। अब देखिए, अगर कोई बहुत अच्छा सा प्रोग्राम आ रहा है या आप बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सी मूवी देख रहे हैं और आप बड़े एनग्रॉस्ड हैं उसमें, और आपकी वाइफ कहती है कि खाना टेबल पर लग गया है, आइए हम पहले खाना खा लेते हैं, तो या फिर कोई फोन आता है और आपको उनसे बात करने का भी मन नहीं है, तो आप उनको कहते हैं कि आप उनको झूठ बोल दो कि अभी मैं घर पर नहीं हूं। तो क्या आप ऐसा बोलकर बच्चे के सामने एक सही रोल मॉडलिंग प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं? आपने तो समझा कि ये छोटा सा जो झूठ है इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, मुझे अभी मन नहीं है और मैं बाद में बात कर लूंगा या बाद में बात कर लूंगी। पर वो जो छोटा सा बच्चा है उसको सही और गलत के मायने अभी नहीं पता है, उसके मॉरल प्रिंसिपल्स, उसके वैल्यूज जो है वो डायरेक्टली आपसे ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं। तो उसकी सही और गलत की समझ, रिवॉर्ड और पनिशमेंट, और आपकी जो समझ है, आपकी एक्सेप्टेंस है, उससे डेवलप हो रही है। तो वो भी सीखता है कि हाँ, ये अच्छा तरीका है कि कोई काम अगर हमें नहीं पसंद या हमारा मन नहीं है, तो हम इस एक्सक्यूज का यूज कर सकते हैं कि झूठ बोल सकते हैं, एंड दैट इज अ कन्वीनियंट वे टू अवॉइड दिस सिचुएशन। और जब वो बच्चा हमारे साथ उसी टैक्टिक्स का इस्तेमाल करता है, तब हम कहते हैं कि ये बच्चा तो मेरी सुनता ही नहीं, ये बच्चा तो बिल्कुल कहना ही नहीं मानता। इज इट दैट? Well, every role comes with a huge baggage of responsibility, and parenting, and more so the conscious parenting, comes with this huge baggage of self-reflection, introspection, and some amount of guilt as well. So as a parent also, I understand this, that this is a journey of consciousness. When our children are showing those mirrors to us, that look, you also did the same thing the other day. याद है मम्मा, आपने ऐसे किया था? याद है पापा, आपने भी ऐसे किया था? आपने भी तो मुझे ऐसे ही बोला था। फिर हम कहते हैं कि ये बच्चे बहुत जबान चलाते हैं, ये बच्चे बहुत आंसर बैक करते हैं। तो दोस्तों, ये कुछ भी नहीं, ये खाली हमारा रोल और हमारे बिहेवियर्स इमिटेट हो रहे हैं। So this slide, if you can see it, it says many things. Every child is gifted. We all are unique beings, you know. We all have very special capabilities and qualities. But what happens is that we all are in such a mad rat race that we forget to see the uniqueness of every human being. Rather, we try to fit everyone in the same watertight compartment of definitions, of achievements, of accomplishments. कि अगर 90 प्लस ए ग्रेडर्स हैं तो एक्सेप्टेंस है, अगर स्पोर्ट्स में, म्यूजिक में, डांस में, क्राफ्ट में या और किसी चीजों में, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में बेस्ट हैं तो एक्सेप्टेंस है। बट we are expecting too much from our children, and then we see that every child is uniquely gifted, and we forget to see that gift very closely. And if we consciously attend that what is that unique gift which my child is possessing and is capable of shining with that gift, the seeds are there. How it would blossom, it is a huge responsibility on parent, that let's help that seed to nurture and to get nurtured and to get blossomed into a beautiful flowering tree. And we don't compare roses with lilies or jasmines or orchids, right? एक गुलाब का फूल है, एक कमल का फूल कमल का फूल है। हम कभी भी नहीं कहते कि ये कमल का फूल गुलाब के फूल जैसा नहीं है। But I'm sorry, we all are comparing our children, our spouses, our near and dear ones. Every time we are holding huge judgments and huge comparisons and making other people feel little about themselves. And that's what we are doing with ourselves also. Bottom down अगर हम करेंगे, zero down करेंगे, तो वहां तक भी ये बात आती है कि कहीं ये comparisons हम अपने साथ भी कर रहे होते हैं. So parents, if we begin with this premise and understanding that we don't want our child to be the best child, but if we believe with that we have got the best child with her or his unique strengths and limitations, let's work on these strengths now so that we can strengthen those strengths and limit those limitations. So obviously the child would shine inward and outward as well. Whatever you would be expecting out of the child to do well in his or her exams, to excel in the activities, automatically the child would have that enthusiasm, that vigor within to participate, to be more dynamic. So let's understand, we can really reflect within that how can we really do it in a fast forward way. The one way which is very important is emotional intelligence. Now friends, this is a huge understanding. Emotions are the pivotal driving force for all of us. Emotions का अगर आप ब्रेकअप करेंगे उसका मतलब होता है energy in motion, and we all are driven by emotions. और हार्वर्ड की एक सबसे लंबी लॉन्गिट्यूडनल स्टडी ऑन हैप्पीनेस चली है, सबसे लंबी एक स्टडी है कि कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं कि जो बच्चों से लेकर बुढ़ापे तक जो एक इंसान सारे पड़ाव पूरे करता है, उसमें कौन से ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं कि जिनके कारण एक सुखी और स्वस्थ जीवन एक इंसान गुजारता है. सो वी ऑल वांट आवर चिल्ड्रन to be okay. Let me ask you, what do you want for your children? Can I have some comments? What do we want for our children? If I ask all the parents, what do we want our children? What do we want our children to be or to have? Okay. So I would like your participation. When we say that we want our children to be very, very happy, we want our children to be successful. So now we want, yes, happiness and success, right? Those are the two standard answers. Happiness. Yes, Anita Aneja ji writes, happiness, dynamic personality, wonderful. What else? Let me have some more answers from you. Wisdom to know more, to be good human. Wonderful. What else? Yeah, we all want that, right? To be good human, satisfied and confident. Very right. Overall development, holistic development. Very nice. To be happy and successful. Very nice. Right, happiness. So if we see all the comments, everything is boiling down, zeroing down to one understanding that we want our child to be happy and successful. और happiness की जो definition है, आप सब मुझसे इस बात पर agree करेंगे कि बहुत बड़ी accomplished post achieve करने का मतलब directly happiness नहीं है. बहुत ज्यादा पैसा कमाना, बहुत बड़ा हेवी बैंक बैलेंस होना भी हैप्पीनेस की निशानी नहीं है. डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल वो नहीं है कि अगर कोई बहुत टॉप लेवल में पहुंचा है किसी भी करियर में तो वो बहुत हैप्पी है, या फिर बहुत ज्यादा अगर पैसा कमाया है तो वो बहुत ज्यादा हैप्पी है. यस, मनी, पावर, स्टेटस एंड पोजीशन, these are instrumental in functioning in the outward society, but to be happy is entirely a different game. To be happy is actually the understanding that we really need to, yes, Riddhi ji writes, satisfaction is a key to happiness. Of course, contentment and satisfaction. Now, how do we define that satisfaction and contentment? Satisfaction with whom? Now, if I say that my satisfaction would be dependent if my child would excel, if my husband would do that, if the schools would help us do this or do that, I'll never be satisfied that way. I'll be never happy that way, because satisfaction would come with many expectations. But happiness is about the acceptance of the situations in which you are placed, the privileges and the limitations what you are endowed with, and acceptance of that understanding कि yes, ये सब मेरे को मिला है और इन सब चीजों को मैं अचीव कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरी स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं, ये मेरी लिमिटेशंस हैं, और जो मेरे पास है, चाहे मेरे पास कोई भी गुण है, चाहे मेरे पास कैसा भी स्टेटस है, चाहे मेरे पेरेंट्स कैसे भी हैं, चाहे मेरा स्कूल किसी भी तरह की फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड करता है, दिस इज माई रियलिटी, दिस इज माई ट्रूथ, एक्सेप्टेंस ऑफ दिस, एंड देन with this understanding and intelligence ki now what best can be done, how the situations can be changed. So satisfaction और happiness का डायरेक्ट कोरिलेशन इस तरह से है कि हम अपने अंदर अपनी उस हैप्पीनेस को समझें कि जब हम इमोशनली अपने आप से कनेक्ट होते हैं, अपनी एनर्जी से कनेक्ट होते हैं, एनर्जी इन मोशन, अपने उन इमोशन से कनेक्ट होते हैं और समझते हैं कि ये जो मेरी डिससैटिस्फैक्शन का कारण है ये कोई और नहीं, ये मैं हूं, क्योंकि मैंने कहीं कुछ चीजों को एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है. दिस इज द प्रिसाइज डेफिनेशन ऑफ इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, in being intelligent with your emotions. So dear friends, you all must have seen this, how protective and careful animals are about their children, and about how they are so defensive and offensive when it comes on their children. So we need to understand and imitate that emotions are about acceptance of as it is, not that if my child would get good grades then only I'll be accepting him or her, or if my child obeys to all my commands then only I'll be accepting him or her. So those are all outbound conditions which we are actually making a new norm for the new parenting paradigm. So let's understand that we need to be emotionally intelligent with ourselves first. Understand that what are my emotions and how am I going to connect with emotions of my child. And when I'm able to do that, I'm able to strike that conversation. I'm able to connect with my child one-on-one. When my child doesn't have to hide anything from me. Why? Because the child knows that my parent would not judge me. Because it's okay to display those emotions. And those emotional signs are not the weaknesses. We need to understand that they are there for some purpose. Well, so next time, whenever we are understanding that now we are connecting with our children with their emotional states, understanding their emotional states. बच्चे स्कूल से घर आते हैं या कोई क्लासेस अटेंड करके आते हैं, हम डायरेक्टली उनसे ये पूछते हैं, हाउ वाज द क्लास, क्या क्या काम कराया मैम ने, क्या क्या होमवर्क दिया. हम कभी पहले उनसे ये नहीं पूछते आप कैसा फील कर रहे हो. Every person, every individual, every child wants to be first understood, wants to be first accepted. पहले acceptance होनी जरूरी है. A is for acceptance, yes. जब हम किसी को accept करते हैं तब हम उसकी कोई बात सुनने को तैयार होते हैं. Unless and until we accept someone, we close our ears and our eyes. Maybe outwardly our eyes would be open, but inwardly mind कहीं और होगा अगर acceptance नहीं होगी सामने वाले की. So it means that as a parent, to understand the psychology of our child, the mind of our child, we need to connect with their emotion, their state of being, their feelings. और उसके बाद वो बच्चा भी हमें एक्सेप्ट करता है कि yes, my parent is equally vulnerable and now we can talk. Right? आपने कभी विचार किया, मैं इस बात पे बहुत विचार करती हूँ, छोटे छोटे जो बच्चे होते हैं वो कितने बबली, फुल ऑफ लाइफ, ब्रिमिंग विद जॉय और खुशी से भरपूर होते हैं. उनको किसी बात की कोई इनहिबिशन, कोई जजमेंट नहीं होती. छोटे छोटे नर्सरी और प्रेप के जो बच्चे होते हैं कितनी स्टोरी सुनाते हैं, कितने जॉयफुल होते हैं और सारा कुछ शेयर करते हैं। ऐसा क्या हो जाता है कि जब ये बच्चे बड़े होते हैं तो इनका ये जॉय और ये जो चार्म, वो जो शेयरिंग वाली एक नेचुरल एक इंटरेस्ट और एंथुजियाज्म कहाँ गायब हो जाता है? क्या कहीं हमारे उस बिहेवियर में, क्या कहीं हमारे इंटरैक्शंस में, क्या हमारे एजुकेशन और स्कूल पैटर्न्स में कहीं हम इनकी मासूमियत, कहीं इनके जो नेचुरल सीखने की और लर्निंग टेंडेंसीज हैं, कहीं उन पर हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज तो नहीं कर रहे? तो ये सोचने की बातें हैं दोस्तों कि कहीं ना कहीं हम आउटर स्टेपल डाइट से बहुत ज्यादा कंफर्म कर रहे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं हम बहुत ज्यादा चीजों को एज इट इज कॉपी और पेस्ट करना चाहते हैं और हम सोचते हैं कि बस इसी फर्मे में, जिसको बोलते हैं ना एक फर्मा, कि ये पैटर्न में हमारा बच्चा ढल जाए, अच्छा डॉक्टर बन जाएगा, अच्छा इंजीनियर बन जाएगा, आईटी प्रोफेशनल बन जाएगा, इतने लाख का पैकेज बन जाएगा या कोई स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन बन जाएगा तो लाइफ सेट है. सो वी वांट टू लिव लाइफ लाइक दिस, एंड वी डोंट लीव एनी स्कोप फॉर द चाइल्ड टू एक्सप्लोर, टू बी मोर क्रिएटिव. एंड देन वी से कि आपको अपने आप से कुछ नहीं सोचता. That is the common perception. So this slide says that parenting is not only about providing and catering to the needs of the child. आप बहुत अच्छा खाना खिलाते हो, बेस्ट स्कूल ड्रेसेस और घर के कपड़े और पार्टी के कपड़े और सारी नीड्स को आप प्रोक्योर करते हो, बट दैट इज नॉट ऑल. अ पेरेंट इज सपोज्ड टू टेक केयर ऑफ द फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट, द कॉग्निटिव स्टिमुलस एंड रिस्पॉन्स. कॉग्निटिव मतलब सोचने और समझने की जो शक्ति और तरीके, एक स्टिमुलस और एक रिस्पॉन्स, यानी किसी भी चीज के प्रति हमारी जो प्रतिक्रिया होती है, कोई भी बाहर से हमारे लिए एक स्टिमुलस बन के आता है, उसमें हम कैसे रिएक्ट करते हैं और रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं. तो हमारा बच्चा किन तरीकों से सीखता है, सीखने के भी हर बच्चे के यूनिक तरीके होते हैं दोस्तों. तो उन चीजों पर ध्यान देना भी एक पेरेंट का एक अहम हिस्सा है रोल का, कि वो समझे कि मेरे बच्चे का कॉग्निटिव स्टाइल क्या है, लर्निंग स्टाइल क्या है. देन ऑफ कोर्स इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में मैंने आपसे बात की कि इमोशंस जो हैं वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं, कि कैसे आप अपने साथ उस सिचुएशन में देखें कि कब हम बहुत रिसोर्सफुल होते हैं, कब हमें बहुत सारा काम करके भी बिल्कुल थकान नहीं महसूस होती, जब हम बहुत अंदर से खुश और सेटिस्फाइड और जॉयफुल होते हैं, और जब हम दुखी या उदास या चिंता में या बेचैनी में होते हैं, उस समय हमको छोटा सा छोटा काम भी बहुत भारी लगता है. तो ये सब सिचुएशंस बच्चे भी महसूस कर रहे हैं, तो उनकी इमोशनल और साइकोलॉजी कैसे डेवलप हो रही है, उसका भी जो जिम्मा है वो पेरेंट के ही रोल में आता है. एंड देन the important aspect which we all are very conveniently trespassing and overpassing is the spiritual and inner connect. Now, when I talk about spirituality, it is not about doing some rituals, not at all. So, not a very specific kind of program or rituals to oblige. No, it simply means you are energy inside, you are a spirit. हम कहते हैं ना कि वो जेस्ट लाओ, वो अंदर से आत्मा को महसूस करो, कनेक्शन लाओ. तो वो कनेक्शन जब तक हम बाहर की दुनिया में ही इन्वॉल्वमेंट रखेंगे, हम अंदर कनेक्ट कर ही नहीं सकते हैं. और जब हम खुद ही नहीं कर सकते हैं, जिस चीज की फीलिंग हमें खुद ही नहीं है, हाउ कैन वी रियली आस्क आवर चिल्ड्रन टू कनेक्ट विद देमसेल्व्स? Because we don't know how does it feel like to connect within. Okay, tell me parents, how many of you are really trying your children to be in connection with themselves? And in what ways are you helping them to connect with their own spirit? अपनी अंदर की वो जो कोर है ना, उसके साथ कैसे वो जुड़ रहे हैं, अपने अंदर होने को वो कैसे महसूस कर रहे हैं. आज अगर हम कहते हैं कि रिश्तों में वो अपनापन नहीं रहा, so as ma'am introduced me, Sonia ma'am, in the beginning, that I'm a counselor and I take many sessions with individuals to deal with their emotional and familial challenges. So the first thing what they say is that वो प्यार नहीं महसूस होता, वो रिश्तों में वो अपनापन नहीं महसूस होता. So the lack what we all are feeling as adults is the lack inside to being in the connection with your inner core, to be one with your inner self, the integrity of mind, speech and action, जिसको हम हिंदी में कर्मा मनसा वाचा कर्मणा बोलते हैं, कि द थॉट, द स्पीच एंड एक्शन, इसमें इंटेग्रिटी नहीं होती है जब हम अपनी स्पिरिट के साथ नहीं होते, अंदर कुछ और सोच रहे हैं, बाहर कुछ और बोल रहे हैं, कर कुछ और रहे हैं. तो इन तीनों चीजों में जब भी डिफरेंस आता है, जब भी ऑल्टरेशन आती है, वी फाइंड आवरसेल्व्स स्प्लिटेड, हम अपने आप को बटा हुआ महसूस करते हैं. And the same thing is happening with our children, because they feel that they are not competent enough. They are not accepted enough. Why? Because there are a lot of complaints all the time. There are a lot of expectations a lot of time. But that doesn't mean that we would not ask them to do their homeworks, to be prim and proper with their lessons, to attend their classes, to do their homeworks. No, I don't mean to say that. It just means that they need to connect with themselves first. They need to understand that they are this divine spirit. They are this divine energies. And they are here for some specific role. And they are enough. They are perfect the way they are. And they can nurture their talents. They can nurture themselves. They can blossom to their finest and bestest self. Well, so the next point I would like to discuss here is that when we have certain ways to deal with our children, many a times we forget that there is not a single way to control and command our children. As in the initial slides, I discussed that children are all the time imitating and role modeling us, but there are some set of notions where people feel that if we are very authoritative, when we are very commanding, so obviously our children are bound to listen to us. They are supposed to do this way. So these authoritarian parents, they are coming out of that authority. I'm the boss, you are the subordinate. So authority does not only means that you have to overpower. We need to create that harmony to get things done in a very harmonious and loving and joyful way. So when parents are extremely strict about do's and don'ts, and we're too engrossed with right and wrong and good grades, और 1 मार्क कहाँ कटा और 0.5 मार्क कहाँ कटा, और उसके पीछे अगर हमने इतनी ज्यादा जान लगा दी और ये नहीं देखा कि बच्चा अपने अंदर से डिप्लीट हो रहा है, और उसको पनिशमेंट दे दी, उसको बहुत कॉर्नर कर दिया, या फिर उसको बहुत ज्यादा उस चीज के लिए एक कॉन्शियस किया, सो उन बच्चों में एक रिबेलियसनेस देखी गई कि वो अथॉरिटी को आज नहीं तो कल जब पावरफुल सिचुएशन में आएंगे तब वो उसको फाइट बैक करेंगे ही करेंगे. सो yes, Riddhi says that, but this kind of parenting is not good. We as adults didn't like authority. Yes, of course, we never liked authority. Who says we like authority? No one likes it. We all want acceptance. We all want a graceful way of conducting things. That, okay, everyone wants to learn, everyone wants to achieve, provided you give them that space of conscious learning and conscious accepting. But if you say you have to do this, there is an inner rebellion within all of us who says, I am free. Why should I listen to you? And the child, the poor child, is helpless now because he or she is dependent on you. Right now, you're the provider. But later on, when the child grows up, and then they would defy your authority. And then we find those huge problems of, you all know that, emotional instability and defying roles and a lot of aggression, a lot of door bangings, a lot of turbulences, a lot of conflicts. So we really need to understand, as a parent, are we conscious in this journey of acceptance and of learning or not? So we'll move to the next understanding that there are some set of parents who are pessimistic parents, who are let it go parents. हर चीज में ठीक है, it's okay, जैसा भी होगा वैसा भी ठीक है. So this slide shows about the authoritarian parents. What is the outcome? Generally, the children are very obedient. You would find we all are fearful of certain powerful positions and powerful people. So initially, they'll be obedient, but they would not be trusting. They'll be not expressing that freedom. They would not find the true feelings of being free, and they'll be withdrawn, and they would not be seen happy with themselves. And generally, the high authoritative parenting does not yield children who are high achievers. Achievement in the outer world and in the inner world is all about that gest of doing your best. So we would understand that now, is our parenting an authoritative parenting? Can we shift it? So Kamalji, next slides, please. So after that, we understand that when we permit everything, that okay, jo man mein aata hai karo, freedom without limits. So this is also kind of losing our guards too much. So when we feel that okay, let our children be free, kuch bole hi na, kuch karne na de. No, they are like clay. They need to be molded in a very beautiful, harmonious, cohesive way, so that they need guidance, they need direction, but with this core acceptance that yes, they have their uniqueness, and we are here to guide them, to gently steer them whenever they need our help. Not that we start doing their homeworks, not that we start taking their chores and fulfilling their responsibilities. बहुत सारी मम्मियां ऐसे होती हैं, उनको लगता है कि मेरा बच्चा तो चलो खेल रहा है, इसको खेलने ही देते हैं, टीवी देख रहा है टीवी देखने देते हैं, चलो लेट मी डू द होमवर्क फॉर हिम और हर, या ठीक है रात को अगर ये सोता नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, इसको नींद नहीं आ रही तो सोने ना दे, देर तक टीवी के लिए अलाउ कर दे, हर चीज में परमिशन. तो उसका क्या आउटकम होगा? द चाइल्ड वुड फील दैट यू आर वेरी गलेबल. The child would feel that okay, everything is acceptable to you. Now this is a fine discrimination, there is a fine discernment and understanding where to say yes, where to say no. कहां तक कौन सी चीजों के लिए परमिशन देनी है और कौन सी चीजों के लिए परमिशन नहीं देनी है. So permissive, when we say that freedom without limits, you have to draw the limit that yes, I'll give you a choice. You can be up till 9:30 or max by 10. Beyond that, nothing doing. The TV has to be switched off. The homework has to be done before 7:30, whatever. So we need to put limits to that. So on the other extreme of parenting spectrum is permissive parenting, and it is, it is about that attitude that anything goes. So we need to overcome that. So next slide. Okay, so generally we'll see that the children take their parents for granted. बहुत ज़्यादा aggressive और self reliance नहीं होगी उन बच्चों में, और control तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं मानेंगे, और unhappy childhood भी हमने देखा कि उसका एक outcome होता है जब बहुत ज़्यादा permissions granted होती हैं, जब pampering इतनी ज़्यादा होती है. So we really need to understand that a balance has to be really made. Every single thing, whatever we are interacting with our child, we need to create that balance and harmony. Okay, so yes, Pooja ji, you are writing parent play a very important role. Yes, certainly. That's what parenting is all about. I would here love to share this beautiful quote from Rumi. He says that your children are not your children. They are just sons and daughters of life. You are just a medium. ज्यादातर क्या होता है कि हम अपने बच्चों को अपनी प्रॉपर्टी या अपने किसी शोकेस में सजाने वाली कोई ट्रॉफी की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं, और उसी की तरह से हम उसके साथ एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी रखते हैं. इसीलिए हमारी वो जो इतनी अटैचमेंट्स होती हैं बच्चों की आउटर परफॉर्मेंसेस से, जो बहुत अटैचमेंट्स होती हैं, वो दुख का कारण इसीलिए बनती हैं क्योंकि हम उनको अपनी possession मानना शुरू कर देते हैं. No, we don't possess them. They are unique beings. Okay, so Kundan Singh ji says listening to your child is very important, 100%. And for listening, we really need to first stop talking within. ऐसा हो सकता है कि हम लोग बाहर से चुप हो पर अंदर हमारा बहुत कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रहा हो. इनर कॉन्वर्सेशन या इनर डायलॉग हमारा कंटिन्यूसली चल रहा हो, ऐसा बहुत जरूरी हो सकता है कि हम दूसरे को दिखाने के लिए, हम हो सकता है कि हम प्रिटेंड कर रहे हो कि हाँ हम आपको सुन रहे हैं, पर अंदर हमारी बहुत सारी जजमेंट्स चल रही हो सकती हैं, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस चल रहे हो सकते हैं, या डायलॉग्स चल रहे हो सकते हैं कि जब वो चुप होगा सामने वाला, जो जिससे भी हमारी कॉन्वर्सेशन चल रही है, तो हम उसकी बात का ये जवाब देंगे, तो वो लिसनिंग नहीं है. सो व्हेन वी आर जस्ट लिसनिंग टू आवर चिल्ड्रन without any expectations, without any biases, without any judgments, that is true listening. Then you connect. Okay, so I would now here like to okay, Anita Aneja ji says, ma'am, these days, how can I keep my child refreshed, relaxed, and rejuvenated? Yes, we would talk about that. So next slide, please, after this. Certainly, we are working towards that, So now the appropriate kind of parenting and the discipline setup is the democratic setup. Democracy means that you are respectful about the rights and responsibility. Yes, we all are in this democracy. So freedom we have, but we have within limits. So this is the middle ground approach. We all know that we understand that, yes, there is freedom, but with that freedom, this is the responsibility. And the child is respected enough to understand those responsibilities. We don't every time hover the child with those responsibilities. We give that respectful position to the child to understand that this is your agenda to learn. This is not my agenda. This is not my dream for you to be a doctor or to be an engineer or to be an architect or to be a lawyer. No, the child has to find within himself or herself that what is he trying to look in, what is he trying to find out in life now? What are the special gifts he or she is endowed with? Okay. Yes. So you have asked me to suggest few activities. Certainly, I would. So these children in the age group of 10 to 15 years, they are very explorative about all the things, and they are very curious to know more things. So there are many science puzzles and activities and mathematical cubicle activities. And then there are board games which you can play at home. There are mind engaging activities wherein you can nurture those skills of the child. The child needs to be engaged as well as entertained. Children are very their attention span is very short lived nowadays. Why? Because the brain is continuously looking for some reward, and with the kind of media exposure and the kind of content, digital content we all have, YouTube videos and all those streamings, live streamings, we all are high on those visuals and those auditory messages. So now what happens is that children are not easily satisfied with those things. So now we really need to inculcate a habit of family activities. So those old traditional ways of playing carom board together, chess together, playing some fun activities, antaksharis, dumb charades, those are kind of extinct games nowadays. But you can really keep that creativity on by introducing those activities. So Swati ji says that share some examples which would be okay, a few examples would be welcome for democratic parenting. Okay, democratic parenting would be like, okay, let's make lunch together today. What would you like to eat? Would you like to eat ladyfinger or cabbage? Give a choice. Okay, democracy means you are respected and you are asked for a choice, and your choice is honored. The child feels that, okay, I have a say. And if you say, no, today you will have to eat this cabbage sabzi, or today you will have to complete before 7:30. No, we say that, okay, let's do this till 7:30. If we finish our homework, then we will watch a favorite cartoon movie of yours together. And that will be a treat for the child. Or we can say that today we will be creating some sculpture or some clay activity together. So there are many creative games online also available, and mind games also, and puzzles also. So Pooja ji says, yes, we are playing at home. Wonderful. That's a wonderful way to engage with your children, because playing is an activity where you are losing your guards and you are not keeping yourself protected. So, okay, Anita ji says we are working from home and working at home. How to manage this stress? So stress is about checking your capacity, capability, and resilience. So involve your children and share with them that, okay, I am stressed because of this overload. How can you help me? And children are the most cute and sweet people. When asked for help, they would say, yes, yes, I would help you out this way. And they feel respected and privileged by that. Okay, so we talked about this, and now we will move on to our next slide, please. Next slide, please. So now we understand that children who are in democratic setup, they are very self-reliant and very acclaiming about their roles and responsibility. Now this is a beautiful picture which says that treating me with respect and gentleness is not permissiveness. I need you to set boundaries. You just don't have to be loud or scary. You know what, children are very delicate. जब भी हम बहुत पावर का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, when we use loud or sounds or scoldings or yell at them, they really cover themselves in a shell. उनके लिए भी ये बहुत stressful situation हो जाती है non acceptance की. Okay, so gentleness does not mean that you don't guide them. It simply means that your guidance does not hurt me. हम अक्सर guidance करते हुए क्या बोलते हैं, पढ़ लो नहीं तो तुम फेल हो जाओगे, टीचर डांटेगी, या फिर कुछ नहीं बन पाओगे. So now this is a huge jolt on the self-esteem, and we are serving fear and scarcity along with our suggestion. Are we suggesting our children for a healthy learning life, or a fearful suggestion that, okay, do this or else? Do your homework or else you will be scolded by your teacher. complete your homework or complete your assignment, or else you will fail, or no one would talk to you. You know, we show them those negative aspects of, we associate those feelings of non-acceptance and biases with those responsibility, which is the biggest mistake what we are doing. Okay, so next slide, please. Well, this picture is a self-explanatory picture. You all can see. We all are actually up to making clones out of our children. We are actually guiding and directing and manipulating their brain actions, and we are trying to produce a herd mentality. Okay, so Ranjita ji says, ma'am, how to handle exam stress? Exam is also about understanding that, okay, whatever you have learned, now you have to prove yourself. Okay, so if we associate fear with exams, so obviously stress would be there. So this kind of parenting, when we are actually sitting on the shoulder of the child unknowingly, knowingly, no one wants to do it consciously, but that is unconscious parenting all about. So if we are sitting on the child's head literally and trying to push him to make another sheep out of him or her, then we are adding on to the stress. So let's understand this way, that can learning be fun? Can learning be a joyful activity? If the child is happy, if the child is accepted, child would understand that, yes, I really want to learn, I really want to explore myself. You know, you would take children for adventure camps. Have you seen the joy and enthusiasm? Because there is no kind of test or marking for that particular activity, so they are free of that understanding. So why can't we create that understanding at home, that let's make this learning very joyful, let's enjoy this process of learning, let's have some creative ways of understanding and learning English, Hindi, math, science. Let's do experiments. Nowadays we are so privileged that we have ample of activities in the internet to guide us and direct us. Okay, so next slide, please. So okay, this is a picture which is taken from the same angle at 4 different times. So what do you conclude out of this picture? If you can just put some comments over there so that I would know that how this session helped you. This picture speaks a lot. Yes, what does it speak? Let me have some answers from you all. What does it speak? It says that we all go through different seasons, right? Let me have some comments from the parents. What does this picture speak to you? The Sunday afternoon, this can be an enlightening session for you if you can understand this picture. Sunlight is different. Yes, it is different. What else? The tree is same. The grass is same. The mountain, the small landscape is same, right? But why does it appear different? Why does it appear different? It is about the different seasons, right? It is about the different seasons. Everyone have different perspective on anything. Yes, 100%. What else? So perspective is important. Different colors of life, different shades of life. Yes. So we all are facing those different phases of life at various moments. We are experiencing different challenges, different learnings, different kind of expectations. Okay, maybe the way we look at it, yes, certainly. How do we look at it? But yes, it shows that each one of us sees life from a different angle and with different colors every single time. So that's all about emotion, and that's all about psyche inside. So if we are happy, joyful, resourceful, and accepted, then obviously we will color our life outward, which would be very shining, which would be very attracting and attractive and luminous. Okay, every child is different in handling different situations. Yes, certainly it is. And perception does matter. Of course, it is the perception. So how do you look at things? So parents, I'll just give you a quick reckoner of these things. So let's have this next slide, which is the concluding slide now. So this is the emotional cup. So can we just highlight it, zoom it, sir? Okay. So this is an emotional cup which is filled, which we all want to be filled with, you know. The emotional cup is all about feeling love within our own selves. So dear friends, our children wants to be loved and accepted the way they are. And when we criticize them, hurt them and compare them, judge them, और जब भी ऐसी बातें होती हैं वो उनका इमोशनल कप थोड़ा लीक करना शुरू हो जाता है. So we understand that I have covered almost all the points to understand the emotional journey of ourselves and our children as well. So the most important thing, the next slide please, we would understand that first हमको अपनी एटीट्यूड चेक करना जरूरी है एक्सेप्टेंस करने के लिए बच्चे का ताकि वो अचीव कर सके. सो ए इज फॉर चेक योर एटीट्यूड, accepting the child, and so that he or she can accomplish, so that he can shine. B is for belief. Okay, belief, किस चीज का belief, ताकि वो worthy है trust के, respect के, so that they can behave well, so that they can be what they are. Then C is for connection. This is not in the slide, this is just impromptu. I love to be more interactive and impromptu rather than going by slides. So C is for connection. Connection is for with effective communication. And when we connect, I'm able to convince also, and I'm able to convey the message also. अगर मैं आपसे कनेक्ट ही नहीं कर पाऊंगी तो हम ना तो कन्वे कर पाएंगे ना कन्विंस कर पाएंगे. And D is for dreams. Don't look for your dreams in your child's dream. Okay, let the child dream independently. We all are unique people, so we really need to understand that desires and dreams are an inherent part of every human being to shine outward and to shine inwardly also. So when we let our children dream a lot but yet give them enough guidance and situations and resourcefulness to achieve those dreams and achieve those desires in a rightful, harmonious, and conscious way, then we say that we are doing our role effectively. So thank you so much for your presence here, dear parents and teachers. I'm really privileged to be part of this team now. And these are the few reckoners. Thank you so much. So the last slide says, raise yourself before you raise your children. We need to be conscious, to be positive, to be reflective, and to be evolving. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was a great session. You rightly said, ma'am, every child is unique and we should let them shine in their strengths without comparing them. Thank you, Anita ma'am, for insightful session. And thank you so much for Principal ma'am for giving us opportunity to stay connected and learn even though we cannot meet physically. Finally, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the parents who connected with us today. It was great to see all parents and teachers interact. I hope this was productive for you. Stay tuned with us for the upcoming webinar. Till then, stay safe. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.